Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I have an exciting video to share with you today. School owners and administrators. Are you tired of juggling spreadsheets, manually tracking student information, and struggling with attendance records? Well, worry no more. Introducing to you Student Management and Attendance App designed with Excel VBA, specifically for small and startup school like yours. With just one tool, you can streamline your process, focus on what really matters, educating students. Let's take a closer look at how this app works. Upon opening of the app, you have a very intuitive dashboard. On your main dashboard, you have a card that displays stats like the total students. And if you use our payroll app, it can display the number of total teachers you have, total employees, and the total classes. Scrolling down, you have total students can categorized by gender. On the right hand side, you have the total population trend. How this total population trend works is it calculates the total students every month and display the trend. That's the dashboard. Then at the left side where the menus are, you can add students, view all students, move students between classes. Then clicking on the attendance will take you to the attendance dashboard. So let's go back to the dashboard.
Before we go deeper into how this app works, let's look at
Why you need this Excel app for your school management as a startup or a small educational institution. This app is accessible. Many institutions already use Excel, so there's no need for additional software installation to use this app. And it is very affordable. This app is really affordable comparing to a complex school management software. Customization, and it is easy to customize it to suit your institution's need. All these parts can be customized to suit your institution's process, and it's easy to use. This is an Excel sheet with VBA code.
with little technical skills, you can adapt to use this app.
Now that you know why you need this app, let's jump right in and look at how this app works. Let's look at how you can add students. But before we do that, you might want to import your student data in bulk. Let's look at how you can import student data in bulk. To import student data in bulk, come to import data. The import data form will open. Let's take a look at how the student data is structured. The student data is structured in admission number, last name, middle name, first name, have date of birth, gender, nationality, religion, started class, current class, admission date, if the students have any allergies, any other information you have to know about the students, then status if the student is still active or inactive. So this is how the student data is structured. This Excel sheet structure will be given to you when the app is sent to you. So let's close this to be able to close the student data. Let's close the student data. Let's go back to import data. We want to import the student data. So you select student data. Let's click on the import icon. Then let's select student data. Next, you have to select the sheet where the student data is. After uploading, this will populate all the sheets in that workbook that you've selected. And our student data is in sheet 1, so you select that. You can click on preview to preview the information. From here, you can see how our student data is structured. Next, we can click on import. And it says student data has been imported successfully. And close this. Let's go back to our dashboard. And now we have total students, 2 classes, and still 0 total teachers, 0 total employees. Like I said, to be able to view total teachers and total employees, we can connect our payroll app to this app to view these stats. Scrolling down, we can see that we have total 2 male students and two female students. That's 50-50%. Another data you can also import is the parent data. So to import the parent data, come to the import data again. This time around, from the drop down, select parent data. Click on upload icon. Let's go to downloads. Then select parent data. Click on OK. To preview it, you have to first select the sheet. So it also has one sheet. So you select the sheet number. Then click on preview. This will preview the parent data, which is structured parent ID, name, gender, two mobile numbers, the email of the parent, and occupation. And let's click on import. And you can close this. So now both parent data and student data has been imported successfully. Let's come back to the dashboard. Now that we imported parent and student data separately, how can we map out both information? So how can we connect a parent to a student? To do this, let's come to all students. Let's say the first student, which is AJ Michael. We want to connect AJ Michael to a parent. You select AJ Michael and click on update. This is AJ Michael's basic information. And let's click on next. Under the parent information, instead of entering a new parent, you can check existing parents. This drop down will be activated. So you can select AJ Michael's mother, which is Sarah AJ. This will populate Sarah AJ's information. Then come to the father. Let's say Eric Mason. Select Eric Mason, which will populate Eric Mason's information. Now let's select the relationship, which is Sarah is his mother. You can choose sister, auntie, or grandmother. So Sarah is his mother. Let's choose mother. Then Eric Mason is his father. So let's choose father. Then click on update. Do you want to update this student information? Yes. And it says the student with this ID has been updated successfully. Then click on OK. LKJ's parent information has been updated. So let's double click on LKJ. Upon double click, you have the name, the class, and the student ID, and the basic information. Then we have the parent information here. We'll come back to the student list later. So let's close this. We've looked at how you can import data in bulk. Let's look at how you can add single students. So to add students, from the menu, click on Add Student. There is the Add Student form. First, you type the student's name. Let's type the name Dorothy. Our middle name, Robin. Let's date of birth. Let's give her date of birth of third. And you can click on this drop down. Select the region. Click on the drop down and select the region which you can search. Start class. Start class. Let's choose basic admission 2020. Maybe 16. Okay, September. Let's go to September. September 8. Then click on OK. Allergies, let's leave it blank. You can leave other information to blank. You can also add student profile picture. So to add student profile picture, you click on the upload icon. Let's go to download. Then select student profile one. Then click on OK. Then you have the student profile picture preview there. And click on next. The next page is the parent information. So you can either click on existing parents if the parent data already exists in your database. Click on the drop down to select parents. This time around, let's save a new parent. So let's say the mother is gender female. Let's choose Kaswa. The telephone number, let's leave the number two blank. Let's leave email blank. relationship with that would be other, let's say, male, better machine. That's relationship. That's the father. So you can set father. After all the information, I've click on save. Ask if you want to save this to the information with ID. So the ID is generated automatically, and the who I built this for use the ID, the start class, student number, then the year of admission, the last two parts of the year of admission to form the student ID, which can be modified to suit your school's need. So it will automatically generate this ID. Let's say yes, a new student with the ID B1-0145-20 and successful. And click on OK. The student has been saved successfully. Let's close this. Then now we have 5 students and 3 classes. When we come to the student by gender, we have 2 males, then 3 females. So this is how you can add single students. You've added students in bulk. You've also added single students. You want to make an update to a student's information? That is no problem. To update student information, just come to all students. Select the student that you want to make updates to. Let's say Obin Dorothy, and we want to update Obin Dorothy's information. So let's click on update. And this will populate Obin Dorothy's information. Maybe let's say you want to add middle name. We can add middle name as in most of the information can be updated, but the only information you cannot update is the start class and this cannot be altered. The parent information. Then click on update. You want to update this student's information? Yes. And this information has been updated successfully. Then you click on OK. Now, from this list, you can see that Akushi has been added to the name. To view students' full information, you can double click on the student. Upon double click, you have the student profile here. You have the name boldly here, the ID, the class. On the right hand side, you have the student date of birth. The date of birth is used to calculate the student's age automatically. This makes it easy to choose students' age for any academic purposes. The gender, you have nationality, tradition, then the date of birth, the date of admission. So you have all the information here. Then below this, you have the mother's information and you have the father's information. And let's close this. We can close this. Still at the student list, we can also inactivate students. So let's say a student has stopped. Let's say Asante it has stopped. Instead of deleting Asante, you cannot delete Asante because the student number is generated using the last student number. So in case you delete the last student, meaning the new student will take the last student's number, which will not be right. So you can rather inactivate students. So to inactivate a student, select the student and click on inactivate. As I sure to mark the student inactive. And yes, click on OK. And this will take you to the inactive list to look at all the students who are inactive. So now we have 2 inactive students. And you can also activate students. In case the student has been readmitted, you can click on the students and click on active. Yes, then the student will mark active. And this will bring back the student to the active student list. Looking on top of the student list, you have the total number of girls, the total number of boys, then the total students. You can also search for students. So let's search for Owus. This will bring all the Owusus in there. You can also filter students by active students. Active, this will bring the inactive students. Class, so we have only one child in basic. We have any students in there. Has 3 students. So you can also filter students by the You can filter by all students, which includes the active students and the inactive students. Now let's mark another student inactive. Let's make Kwame Boatin inactive. Select Kwame Boatin and click on inactive. Yes. Kwame Boatin has been marked inactive. Okay. Now let's close the student list form. And now on the dashboard, we have 4 students instead of 5 students because we now have 4 active students and we still have 3 classes. And when you come to the by gender, we have 1 male, then 3 females. Since the end of the year, students are being promoted to different classes. This process has been made easier. So to promote students, come to move students. From this form, you can move students in between classes. So from which class? Let's say we have the students in basic one are moving to basic two. So let's select basic one. We have only one student here. And they are moving to which class? Basic two. So let's select basic two. We don't have any student in basic two. So you select the students and click on move. The student will move from basic one to basic two. So moving students has been made easier. Let's close this. Let's come to all students. Go to basic two, and we have one student in basic two. So this is how you move students from one class to another. Now let's move to the student attendance. Clicking on the student attendance, this will bring you to the attendance dashboard. From here, you can add academic year. So we already have some academic year in the system. So you can add academic year by typing in the academic name here. So let's say 2026. And the start date, let's say the start date, it will start, the academic year will start on the 9th of September 2025. Then ends on 2026 August, yeah, 13th. Then save. After saving, this will be populated in the list here. You can also double click on it to make an edit. In case you want to make an update to the academic year, you can change the dates and click on updates, and it will be updated successfully. Let's close this. Then after the academic year, you can also add school term. So the term falls under academic year. So we have, let's say we have third term. Three. Which academic year does the term 3 falls on? Let's say 2025. Then start date, let's say start on the December 2nd and ends on March 4th. Then we have number of weeks, which will be automatically calculated. The number of school days will automatically be calculated. Then you can select the midterm dates in case there's a midterm in there. Let's say midterm will be 19. Then it will end on 20th. Then if there are holidays in there too, you can. So let's say we have 4 holidays in that particular term. This will add the term to the list. So when you look at the number of weeks, it will automatically calculate the number of weeks. The number of school days will automatically be calculated. The midterm dates and the number of holidays that you have in there. You can also double click on a term to update it. So you double click. So let's say this date, the start date has changed to 8. Let's choose 8th of January. Click on OK. Then let's have a midterm somewhere in March 20th. Then March 21st. And so March 21st. Then click on update. This will update the term. Now we have 75 school days, then still 16 weeks. So this is also how you can add school term. Let's close this. Next, you can add term events. So there are certain events that happens in the term. So when you can click on that, let's say games, which is happening in the academic year of which term? Second term of that academic year. The event type is just school event. So the school is organizing the event. It's not a public holiday. And the start date, let's say it's starting on the 11th February and it will end on the same 11th February. It's just a 1 day event. It's a day event. So what will be the start time? The start time will be around, let's choose 8:30 a.m. and it will end 4 p.m. Then click on save. And this will save the event to our list. From here to you can also double click to edit the event. Let's say we are changing the time to somewhere around 9. Then click on update. And this will update the event. You can also delete event. So let's can delete this event from the system. Click on delete. And this has deleted the midterm event from the system. So that's how also you can add term events, update it and delete. Let's close this. So recording attendance has been made quick and straightforward. To record attendance, come to record attendance. It will pick the current date, give you the day, the academic year, the date falls under, the term, and the week it falls under. So from here, you can select the class that you want to record attendance for. Okay, basic one, we don't have any students in there. So let's go to basic two. So upon selection, the students will be selected automatically. If the student is absent, you can unselect this and the student status will be updated to absent. Let's say the student is present, so we'll record that attendance recorded. Let's go to basic three. So you have two students in there. Let's say one was absent and one was present. So the one was you can unselect that. Click on record. That's also how you record the student attendance. So on the dashboard, it will give you the current term. So for now, we are in first term of 2024-2025 academic year. And it will give you the total attendance for that current week. We're in the week 15 and the total attendance is 3. This compares the total attendance with total absence, and this compares week by week attendance. Then you can also generate attendance reports. So to generate attendance reports, click on attendance reports, where you can select all. From this frame, you have to select the reports type, which is for all. And from this frame, you have to select the status. Is it all, present, or just all the absent? Click on generate, and it will give you all the absentees. Then you can generate for a particular date. So let's generate for this date, for today's date, the one we just recorded. Okay. And let's generate for absent, and we have one absent student. Let's generate for present, and we have 3 present. Then for all two, you can generate for all. You can generate a report for a particular week. So you want to generate for the week 15. So the term is 2024-2025. The academic year 2024-2025. The term is first term. And week 15 of the first term, you want to generate for all. That is everything for that week. You can generate for the term, where you can select the academic year, then select the term, then click on generate and it will generate. Then you can select for class. So another class, let's say we are generating for basic 2. For basic 2, we can select whether you want to generate for everything in basic 2, date where we can choose the date, week where we can go through the week process and generate for week of that basic 2, term where we can generate for the term of that basic 2. So let's say we want to generate for the dates of that basic 2, which is today for that basic 2. We want to search all, and this should bring all the basic 2 for that date. And on top of the forms, it will give you the title, what you're actually searching for. Attendance for class, basic 2, Thursday, and the date. This is also how you can generate attendance report. There's a feature in the attendance record where if a child is absent for straight 2 days, it sends message to the parents to notify the parent that the child has been absent for 2 days, and if there's any issue, parents should contact the school, which uses the Haptel API to send message to parents if the child is absent for 2 days straight. So let's test this by go to record attendance. Then let's say we are recording for the 18th. Okay. I've changed a child in basic one's parent phone number to my personal phone number. So let's say Obin Ose is absent on the 18th. Let's click on record. So there's one absent. Then on the 19th too, the child was absent. So let's record absent for that child. Click on record. And this will notify you that a reminder is sent to parents of Obin Dorothy. Then the telephone number. Let's see if I received the SMS on my phone. Yes, I've received it here. It reads, Dear parent, your ward Obin Akusiado has been absent for 2 consecutive days. Please let us know if there's an issue. So this feature allows you to stay in touch with the parent if a child is absent for 2 days, and it uses the Haptel API to send the message in bulk. With the student management and attendance app, you have everything you need to manage students and attendance effortlessly. This app is built with Excel VBA, making it affordable and easy to use without requiring additional software or subscriptions. Ready to transform how you manage your school? Contact me today and learn more on how to get this app. My contact information is in the description below. Don't miss the chance to make school management stress-free and efficient. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.